going slow. You stopped
The
me.
views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its hosts, Urban Arts Enterprises, advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. This is going to be fun.
Hey, everyone. It's a new face today.
I don't know how new it is.
It's a new. I'm never on this side. I'm over there on that side. So it's a new face for everyone today. I'm Poppie, in case if you guys didn't know, aka Brian's nickname, producer lady.
The host of tonight's show.
So I am the hostess with the mostest for tonight's show. So if you heard us in the background, turn this down, please excuse us. He told me to go slow, and I was going slow, and then he was fussing.
Oh, man, how I do that? I don't know.
Hey. She said, watching both shows. Let's do this, family. I don't know what the other show is.
Right. Okay.
Alrighty. So, our guest for tonight will be Miss Dimples from Chicago / Aurora. Is that the suburb? Is that the burb?
She ain't on yet.
I said, who's coming on tonight? Now, you being the producer man, the producer lady's talking.
Just do a good job.
All right, I'm doing a good job. Earrings by Miss Jan Wilson from Dallas, Texas. So everyone's always asking me about my earrings. You can contact Jan Wilson on Facebook. She is in Dallas, Texas. She is part of the association with Black and Bling, the Texas boys. So Jan made the earrings. Contact Jan, not me, because people keep contacting me, but that's cool. Jan. Thank you, Jan. Alrighty, so we went to Chicago last week. We were supposed to leave Tuesday. I don't know how we ended up leaving on Saturday. But that's what happens when you go to Chicago. It's Chicago, the Mecca. So, had some family business. My son moved to India. Don't ask me how to pronounce what part of India it is because I don't remember. Chennai, India, which is down at the bottom by the ocean. So he has a little apartment like 1 block from the ocean. So maybe we might go visit now. I was talking crap because I'm like, it's a 20-hour flight. But anyway, our baby, and then our daughter's getting married. So I had to come home for business for that, for the wedding. Look at the location, dresses, all that fun stuff. So that was fun. But you cannot go to Chicago without going to a party. You know that. There's no way you can go to Chicago, especially if you're from Chicago in business, and not go without going to a party. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of the highlight of what we're doing. We have footage, but if y'all requiring me to post the footage, it's not happening. So, and Mr. Forbes is making me do this by myself. He's so cruel.
Making you?
Yeah, well, I felt I was a little forced.
Oh. The gaslight is real.
So anyway, we went to several...
Tell the truth. Tell the people why you're doing tonight's show. There's a reason why you're doing tonight's show.
Do you want me to tell it now or can I tell it later?
Well, you can tell it later.
Okay. So, again, so many parties. So Wednesday, Visions, off the chain. It was nice. It was crowded. Had a ball. Myron was DJing, and who else was it? Cross? Yeah, DJ Cross. So music was good. Had fun. Let's see, Thursday, that was DJ Vale's event. I see you on here, Miss Bridget. So I think the group was MVK.
MVK Production.
Okay, MVK Production. So that's every Thursday, stepping and walking from 6 p.m. to 11. $5 drink ticket.
At Noble.
And it was at Noble Event Center. Okay, are you talking or am I talking? I'm talking, okay.
Well, I don't want you to forget nothing.
I'm not going to forget it.
At my notes.
I got my own notes.
Okay.
The producer man.
What I got on the notes.
No, I'm going to say what I have on my notes. Okay. So, the Noble Event Center, which used to be the old Dorchester. Which it used to be now. This was a debate. So, y'all help me out with this. Was it the old Nimbus?
It ain't debatable. It was the Nimbus.
It was the Nimbus?
Yes.
I see. I don't know. I know somebody else said that too. I don't want to read your notes. I'm reading my notes. Who's doing this? So, photos by Willie Bell. Everybody gets a fabulous photo by Mr. Bell. Music by DJ Vale. It was it was a guest DJ up there. I don't remember his name, so please excuse me. But the group is MVK Productions, which Bridget I know you told me the names. I don't remember. Mona, Linda, DJ Vale, and that's all I remember. Was it Lady D? But anyway, that's the old Dorchester. So if you want to know more information about that party, MVK Productions on Thursday, which is out in Dalton, Illinois, contact DJ Vale 312 685 8265. 312 685 8265. Or you can contact Mona 773 653 9142. So it was a really nice event. And they were selling food. I didn't get a chance to go get any food, which we didn't eat any more food because in Chicago, that's all you do is eat. You hit every place to go eat. Alrighty, so now also on Thursdays you have the Blue Note, which is Myron, which is on the west side of Chicago. But this time we've always gone to Myron's event. We decided to stay on the south side, so that's how we end up at the Noble. So Friday night we decided to go to Chicago Female All Promotion event, the Queen's, what was it called? The Queen's third annual springtime fling. So we decided to go there. And we have a guest that we're getting ready to bring on so we can discuss the Friday event, which is Wilhelmina, aka Dimples.
Second button down, orange.
Right here.
No, second one down. Never mind.
Alrighty. Y'all, we might kill each other before the show is over. I'm just letting you know.
She just don't take no direction.
I'm just telling you.
She's
Did
lost.
did you bring
to see just how it is to do this.
did you bring but you wanted to do that. I did you bring her on?
This was your idea.
Okay. Well, did you bring her on? We're not gonna bicker on the show, you guys. Sorry, Miss Dimples. This what happened. You been married 30-some years.
I love
If
it.
y'all see the water bottle go across the room, please understand.
It better land water in my mouth. And that's it.
Shh. Yeah. All righty. Miss Dimples. Thank you. Where's my hand clap?
I just tried to show it to you. Use second one. No, up. That one.
Okay. Let me give you some hand clap, Miss Dimples. Hold on here.
Nah, just leave it.
Do y'all hear it? Because I don't hear it.
You not gonna hear it.
I don't hear it either.
Hey, I'm trying.
It's okay.
Hey, Mr. Dennis.
Thank you.
All right, just stop.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, okay.
Just go and do your interview.
All righty. I hope to see you in a couple weeks, Mr. Dennis. Pastor D. All righty, Miss Dimples.
Hey. Hey, everyone.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
So Miss Dimples is a little shy. And I'm shy too, so we're going to hold each other's hands and get through this. He said this is going to be fun.
No, Poppy, I'm not shy.
Oh.
I'm bashful. I get bashful.
Okay. Well, I think I'm shy and bashful. I like being behind the scenes, so I don't know.
So do I.
Okay.
So do I. The cameras and videos is not my thing.
Okay. Well, now I like taking pictures
But
and videos.
Oh,
It's okay, but
absolutely.
yeah, I'm more behind the scenes type. But anyway, we're going to talk about your lovely event, but we're going to talk about you first. Let's let everyone know who Miss Dimples is.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Wilhelmina Hodges, aka Dimples. I was born and raised in Chicago in the Howard Icky Homes projects up there on 24th and State.
So that's the South Side.
And oh yeah, South Side.
But we call that the low end. Yeah, low end.
Low ends. Yes. And my love of dancing started at a very early age, very young age, where I used to sit around in the projects and listen and look at my mom and dad bop. So they actually bopped all the time, and I actually walked. See, actually walking is my favorite because I used to love watching them walk. But as time went on, I ended up, getting into jazz dancing and ballet and everything like that. So one day I saw my parents bopping, and older cousin of mine said, "You know what? I'm gonna teach you how to." I was like, "What step?" Because step was like, I'm thinking college.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, no, we're going to do it like this. And my own had uh, taught me how to step. And I've been doing it ever since I was 10 years old.
Okay. So you kind of like, a lot of people in Chicago kind of had this same story. Family. It starts at home with family. The cookouts or, the
Hmm.
holidays, you're at home with family and you end up dancing and it just kind of progresses from there. So I have a question. Do
Yes.
you roller skate?
Yes, I used to. I used to go to Rainbow, and I also used to go to the rink.
To the rink. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Because,
That's where I grew up around that way because my grandmother, my father parents, they was on the south side. They was on 79th and Hermitage,
okay.
and we went around the corner. So the rink was our thing.
Yes, yes, yes. That was on Ashland.
Hmm.
Okay. So, yeah.
Yep, on Ashland.
But the
So
rinks,
ask me, can I skate now? But probably can't stand on them. I don't know. It's been so many years
it'll
ago
come back.
that I've actually skating. I got to stand on them first.
I try to attempt to still roller skate, but all you get out of me is just going
Mhm.
around the rink. And I could take one foot maybe and cross it over. That's all I have now. But Brian can still
Oh,
skate.
okay.
He can still skate like he in eighth grade. I can't do it. I can't
So
do
look, that's probably me. Me and you probably be on the same thing, holding arm to arm, going
it.
around the ring.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of things that was going on. My love of music and dance, it started, like I said, at a young age, and where it ended up, danced for the first female Mayor Jane Byrne. I actually performed for her
Oh wow.
on stage,
Okay.
and it led to me performing for her. It led to me being in the Billiken Parade for
Okay.
4 years straight after that.
Okay. So everyone who loves Chicago so much, because it is amazing to me how so many people go to visit now with this dance. Bud Billiken
Hmm.
Parade is a famous parade in Chicago, a black parade, and majority of all the high schools and grammar schools have participated. They have stepping in the parade now.
Hmm.
It's the marking of the beginning of the school year. It's always in September. It's in the end of August or September because I swear they changed the date.
No, it's in September.
Okay, because I know when I was
It's
a
in
kid, it was
September.
September.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mr. Forbes is flipped in Bud Billiken Parade because he was a tumblist, a gymnast. And
Oh, Jesse White, because my brother was a Jesse White tumbler.
no, he wasn't. He wasn't Jesse White, were
No,
you?
we weren't with Jesse White. We had a separate organization called Flip Squad, and that was when Jesse White and them were really in their inception. We were already established.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you ever seen anybody riding a unicycle back in the day. That would have been him over here.
That would have been Brian.
Well,
Yes.
if you ever see
Or
the guy,
Kool Aid.
there's a guy that he works. He's with the fire department. He's always on a real tall unicycle. That's my boy Kool Aid. And me and him used to be on the same tumbling squad too.
Right. So Kool Aid
He's a
now.
fire captain now.
Yeah, he's a fire captain, and Kool Aid still is in the parade, and he still rides the unicycle. So every year, so you've had to see Mr. Kool Aid, and he's a stepper also. You catch him sometimes at Donnie Davis class on Saturday. Him and his wife, they
Oh,
both
okay.
they both step. We all went to high school together. So it's funny how Chicago history and culture, which no matter what part of the city you live, we kind of all have that same thing in common: skating,
Mm-hmm.
stepping, the parade.
Praise.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand a lot of people sometimes that are not from Chicago, that live out of town, that love this dance so much, but they somewhat don't seem to embrace the culture a little. Some do. I'm not going to say everybody, but I think sometimes they need to probably, and then, embrace a little more of the culture, and it kind of all goes together. So that swag and part of
Mm-hmm.
it's just part of the culture in the roller skating. So let's talk about. I know Miss Wilhelmina. You discussed your stepping. You started as a child, family, and then you have a
Mm-hmm.
group. You have your own individual. You're a promoter, and you have your own individual group, right?
Yes, my own visual brand,
Brand. Okay.
Sensational Us
Mm-hmm.
Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
And that was me branching out from Rhythmic Elements
okay, so
Entertainment.
tell us
Hmm.
what do you do? What is I know you do something at the mall, but everybody probably doesn't know about the mall. So just discuss what you do, your group.
Okay, Sensational Us Entertainment. uh, started with I'm gonna go back
That's fine.
because the mall came along. It was already established.
Okay.
So with Sensational Us Entertainment, it started after I branched off from Rhythmic Elements Entertainment, and it was something that I wanted to do, and I also articulated the name. I just didn't want it to be a name out there that was just picked in another production or corporation or anything of that nature. And I named it Sensational Us because it's not just me.
Mm-hmm.
I have help.
Mm-hmm.
And by me embracing the culture and the dance and the people and the just the overall community, I learned that it was us that makes this. So that's why it's sensational because we are all sensational in our own way.
I like that. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So then after Sensational Us, my mother was going through her transition and come to find out she had passed away from long-term drug abuse,
Mm.
and she lost her battle.
I'm
So
sorry.
by me grieving, thank you, by me grieving, people in the community embraced me and they didn't know what was really going on until someone pulled me to the side, which was Deborah Renee Haywood, and she actually asked me to come here and talk to me. And she told me a little bit about her history and her story and her recovery. And she actually showed me a picture of her. And she was like, let me show you something. And she showed me a picture. And I was like, who is this? And she was like, me. And I was like, she was unrecognizable. And she wanted me to tell me, you just don't know what you do when you said that you was going to do a host an event for us. And I said, but I wasn't going to do it because it would be me doing something on my own on this scale.
Mm-hmm.
And I always had a partner. So by me doing it on this scale, I had to represent my mother. My mother, I had to inspire and be inspired by her. But also, Deborah Renee didn't know that she was helping me grieve and get over, you know, the devastation of my mother.
Mm-hmm.
So when she showed me the picture, and I'm like, okay. So I asked her, I said, why ain't no one celebrating y'all?
Hmm.
She said, she said, what? She was like, I was like, I just want to know why ain't nobody celebrating you guys, you know, your recovery and everything. Y'all make the party.
Hmm.
Y'all could be anywhere else. Y'all could be spending y'all money still on drugs or whatever. And y'all coming here, shop, tag, and doing what y'all do. And y'all paying to get in these parties. Why ain't nobody celebrating y'all?
Hmm.
And she said, that's a good question. And I actually asked my aunt, which is my mother's sister. And I told her the same thing. I said, Auntie, it's a lot of people out there that embrace me and let me know that they're in recovery and everything. And I told them about how my mom passed. And I asked them, why aren't anyone celebrating them? Because they are the community. And my auntie looked at me dead in my eyes. My auntie Sharon said, because you supposed to do it.
Hmm. That's pretty deep.
And that's how stepping for sobriety was started.
Okay.
And back in yeah,
That's
that's how it started. I started Sensational Us, and my first party was Stepping for Sobriety. It was honoring the men and women in recovery in the stepping community that overcame their battle of addiction.
and you know what? That is
And it
so
was in honor of my mother.
that is so deep on so many different ways. One, because your mother. Two, like you said, the community. Three, we know it's a struggle and a battle to stay clean. For them to stay clean and to
Hmm.
celebrate it is really a big thing. And it's a lot of recovering addicts. And I had a really good friend, and I'm not getting ready to try. I'm gonna make sure I don't cry. Had a really good friend that
No,
died.
because you're going to make me cry. Don't do that.
Okay, yeah, because if you cry,
Hold
I'm
it
gonna
together.
cry. So we can't do that.
Right, hold it together.
Ain't no crying on this side.
And I'm already nervous. So this, but I had a really good friend that used to dance. It was a stepper. We used to go to the house parties, and then we would go to the stepper parties. And they died. And I remember you had just begging, "Don't do it, don't do it." They make up any excuse to do what they got to do. But
Hmm.
It's hard. It's hard. So for somebody to clean up and to celebrate it, that's an amazing, beautiful thing because it's not easy. It is not easy. People talk crap about people to do drugs or drink, but it's not easy. So I know that, like I said,
No,
from a
it's not
good
easy.
personal friend.
Yeah, it's not easy to be a daughter of a mother that was, but what I can say about my mother, she loved me and my brothers, and she was a functional drug user because she kept the job, she kept us and everything. So when it came down to the point where she just gave up and didn't care anymore, that's when I really started noticing and um, getting to really to the effect of her drug use
Hmm.
and abuse and everything because it started as missing work, then not coming home, then not coming home for a month, then 2 months, three, and stuff like that. So she really hid it for us, hid it from us very well
Hmm.
because she was a functional drug user
Hmm.
until she passed. So, and you know how you as a kid you don't know
Right.
and you're like, man, why is this being stolen? Why is she taking me? She don't love me and this and that. And then I actually opened up to another lady,
Hmm.
and her name is Gloria Hill. Gloria Hill is also a in recovery,
Hmm.
and she actually sat me down and said, you know what, Wilhelmina, I'm just gonna tell you, your mother did love you. She was just on something that you had no control over. It
Hmm.
was not your fault. You couldn't do anything about it. She did love you, and the thing about it is, you have to keep continuing to love her because she does show you she love you in her own way.
Hmm. And look, I mean,
And
and look what came out of this. So I've seen flyers for that event, but you know how you just don't know who's actually doing the event.
so
So
yes,
how long have you been doing? How long have you been doing the parties?
well I had three,
Okay.
and I took a break from it. So if I were to do it next year,
Hmm.
it would probably it'd be the fifth, but it would be the fourth.
Okay. Yeah, because
The
we.
fifth year, but it'd be the fourth.
Okay. Okay. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. And I'm sure your mom is looking down and probably.
So thank you. She was proud of what I did. She loved the parties. Oh, speaking of my mom, when she did pass, she passed on the same day, the same exact day as our first masquerade ball.
Oh wow.
She died that morning,
Wow.
and we had our masquerade ball the same night. And my partner was like, "You want to cancel?" I was like, "No way." My
Hmm.
mother was a partier. She loved to party. She loved what I was doing.
Hmm.
And no, we're gonna celebrate her.
Hmm.
We're gonna party,
That's right. That's
and
right.
we did.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hey, Shorty Smooth. He said, thanks for honoring me. Somebody on here, I can't see the
Oh
name.
yes, I did honor him.
Oh, did you? Okay.
At yes, at my second, I honored Shorty Smooth.
Okay. Yeah, he'll let everyone know he's a recovering addict. Somebody on here, I can't see the names. And remember, I told you when the show goes off, always go back and read the comments, and you can put your information in there.
Hmm.
Somebody, who is it? Oh, the comment it says, I'm a child of a recovering addict. Who? Demetria Kelly. I'm a child of a recovering addict who has since passed. She was sober when she passed. Okay, we're gonna read those later because I'm telling you it's gonna make me cry. So I don't want to cry on
There's
this
no
show.
crying on Inside Stepping.
I don't want. Even though I have on
Right.
waterproof makeup, it's not gonna sweat or anything. But I don't want to have an ugly face on here. It's. I can tell you
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Because if you cry, you're gonna make me cry
Okay.
because I'm very sentimental.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
that's a beautiful thing, and it's stepping with the purpose. And we all know
Oh.
everybody that gets in this dance has some type of story why they end up getting this dance, divorce, cleaning up,
Hmm.
recovering from breast cancer or whatever. Everybody got a different story of what made them get into this dance. And outside of Chicago, a lot of Chicago people just kind of thrown in it by default because your family, your grandmama, your aunts,
Yeah.
cousins, everybody dancing. So most people from home kind of had that
Hmm.
same story. They were boppers, and then the older generation boppers, and then stepping. But we know it's not easy to put on events for one. Two,
It's not.
to have an event and it's with a purpose, to me, it just makes it a lot more special. Three, it's good for people to see the face that has the event, because out of people who live out of town, they know some of
Mm-hmm.
the bigger events, but in Chicago, you can go to 3, 4 parties in one night, and some of the out of towners maybe not know all the different promoters. So it's
Correct.
good to
Mm-hmm.
hear that story
Absolutely.
and have a face with that
Mm-hmm.
story. So when you start it back up, more out of towners are coming. All
Yeah,
righty.
it was more of a soul searching thing that made me just take a break because I am emotional and I do have very serious health issues, and I wanted to soul search and make sure that I was going to continue to do it, because when I do something, I don't do it half-assed. I'm not going to do it if it's not done right. So I just took a break from it, and then when I resume it again, it's going to be off the chain.
Okay. Now, Shorty Smooth said, "Hey, Lorenzo." Shorty Smooth said, "No, no, no. You guys should cry. That's what that's what we learn in this process." No, we're not gonna cry. Hey, Mr.
Shorty swoop.
Owens. All
Look,
righty.
we try to reserve ourselves.
I know, right? So, getting back to the Chicago female promoters, I love it because it was four different female groups, 3 female
Yes.
DJs, and then we had Maddie B, which was the MC.
Yes.
Alrighty, so
Mm-hmm.
you discussed about your event and your
Yes. So,
organization. So
hmm
can you give us a little information on the other 3 ladies? I don't.
well, Angela,
Yes, yes.
well, yes, well, Angela, she is the CEO of Sister to Sister,
Okay,
and she's kind of like the baby of the brunch.
okay.
Really just started out promoting, doing her own parties, and she was got together with some other ladies, but ended up branching off and keeping the name of Sister to Sister,
Hmm.
and so it was to empower. She kept it to empower women and unity, sisterhood,
Okay,
and that's why it's called Sister to Sister, which was developed in 2019.
okay. So I know she was supposed to
Uh,
be on the night, but we know she's dealing with situation with about her mom. So,
yeah, her mother transition.
right,
Yeah, her passing.
right. So,
Yes,
well, I mean, we understand.
and
Hey, I
we
understand.
continue praying
Yes,
for her and her family.
yes, we definitely give condolences for that. And everybody else, if you know Miss Angela, please reach out and say something to her, because those little messages, you'd be surprised, do uplift people when they're going through something. So
They do. And then Diane Too Much, she was formerly with Classy for Real, but now she has her own production, which is Classy Ladies for Real. And I think she does it with another young lady, and they got their own event going on. They'll be having something real soon. And then there's Michelle Brown. She does a event every month, every second Saturday of the month with uh, with her partner, which is Nick Ray. So her production is Ray Michelle,
okay,
and she's been doing it for a while and doing her events. So all of us had something detrimental to bring to the forefront together, and doing our own experiences from doing our own parties, and we just brought it together as one, which was, kind of like a vision of Diane's, and then she brought it to Angela, and they discussed it and everything, but it didn't go anywhere for a little while because they branched off and did their own events at the time, and kind of like sat on the back burner.
mm-hmm.
So one time Angela was actually having a party, and she had the date, and it was in March, which was National Women's Month. So she was having a party, so she brought it back and mentioned it back to Diane, and she actually added me. Angela called me and asked me did I want to do it, and told me the vision and what they had going on. Then she asked Michelle, then everybody said yeah, and we're going to make it work. So that's how we end up forming together, because what we do is there is no diva. There is not one diva in this group. You
Mm-hmm.
might be a diva for Sister to Sister or Classy or Sensational Us or
Mm-hmm.
Ray Michelle, but as Chicago female promoters, the queens, there is no diva because we all bring something to the table, and we all know our roles. And our roles are where one lacks, one picks up, and sometimes if one lacks, we teach.
Well,
We
guess
don't
what?
just let that person just be out.
Guess what? When you're queens,
Mhm.
queens recognize everybody's strengths and can work well together. So that's a beautiful
Oh,
thing.
absolutely. Because we all have one part. There's not one of us doing everything. We all doing something because one might have the great connections with the flyer guy, or one have great connections with the food. One have great connections in with the DJs. One has this and that. So one has great relationships with the vendors. So you do the vendors, do the DJs, do the food, do the flyers. That's what we do, and we bring it all together.
And this is why it was your third event. It was successful. It was beautiful. I loved everybody. Majority of everybody had on yellow. Because I wasn't. We weren't.
Yeah, we
We were.
picked the.
We were supposed to be gone. So I
Uh-huh.
always follow the color thing, but I had to wear black because I only brought so many clothes because we were supposed to be gone, but we ended up staying
Hmm.
several days later. But I'm glad that we
Oh,
was
that's
able to
okay.
make it. Huh?
I'm glad you was able to make it as well. It was a blessing that y'all graced us with your presence, and it was felt.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Your hospitality was amazing. I, paid
So it was thank
attention
you.
to
Hmm.
how all of you ladies worked together. Everybody's hospitality was amazing. All you ladies were dancing and talking, walking around and mingling and talking to your guests, which is a beautiful thing. Because sometimes you go to events, promoters will straight walk past you and turn their nose up at you, or just ignore you and won't speak at all. That just amazes me. I
Oh
come
wow.
into an event and you don't even speak as a promoter. So I loved all four of you guys were doing it. Maddie B, she's a speaker.
Oh,
All
well,
the
thank you.
DJs were talking and mingling with everybody, which was all females also. It was just a good event. Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, it was brought up to where we was discussing DJs, and we had one or two talking about let's have this male, and I'm like, why? We're not having any males. It's all females, so let's have all female DJs.
And that's why you're on that's why you're on, and that's why I'm on the show tonight, because it was all female, and I loved it. I just loved how everybody worked together. So you guys, for next year, you can go to Chicago because they're gonna have their
Hmm.
fourth annual event. So does the color change every year?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So,
Next year it'll be pink.
oh,
All of us is wearing pink.
okay, that's gonna be pretty. So this year everybody had yellow on. So now we had three DJs. DJ Lady Love,
Hmm.
which is from California,
Hmm.
right? And moved to Chicago. I think she's from
Yes,
California. She's
as far as I
embracing
know, yes.
Chicago culture big
Hmm.
time too, boy.
Yes.
You had
She-
DJ Fly Diva, which was the second DJ. She
yes.
got it in. We
Hmm.
missed Lady Love because we had to do a prior engagement early that day with my daughter. And then
Okay.
we had DJ Samela at the end.
Yeah. Hmm.
DJ Samela got it in. Maddie,
Yeah, DJ Samela and Diva got it in, and Lady Love, she opened up and just set the mood, and then they just came, in and did their thing. They bring their own element and their own style and their own grace to the music and to the floor. They know what they were doing, and they knew their assignment, and they locked it down
I got I,
that whole night.
I got a good video of DJ Lady Love. I'm because I love the dancing DJ, so I'm gonna post that probably later
Yeah.
on the night or tomorrow. Because it took me a couple days to
Yeah.
recover coming from
Mhm.
Chicago.
They didn't want to leave out of that place. That I mean, Samela was giving it to them back to back, and they didn't want to
Yeah,
leave.
she was putting it down.
We was ready to go.
And let me tell you what I loved also about what I paid attention with the DJs.
Hmm.
Lady Love was dancing, but Fly Diva went and got drinks for her and Samela. I thought that was cool. Everybody was looking out for each other. They was making sure everybody's
Hmm.
sounds and stuff. Everybody just worked well together. I love that. I paid attention to all of that. I thought that was nice. Did,
Yeah, and Medicaid kept us in hand and made sure that we did what we needed to do,
yes.
and kept kept everybody announced and on the level and made sure that everything was cool. Everything was announced, and she did what she did on the mic. You know, she's a whiz on the mic.
Yes, she is. So for people who need a MC at your event, you can contact Miss Maddie B. And she teaches line dance classes. She showed me a class photo of her event on Thursdays. It was so packed. It was crazy. I'm like, dang, that many people taking line dance classes. It was huge. The class was huge. And I'm not a line dancer, but we was in Minnesota last year. I took the line dance class, and I liked how her and another lady from Kansas collaborated together to teach. So, you know, Maddie, when them line dancers come on, she be out there and she makes it fun. She makes it fun. I'm like,
She does.
I've like I
She
said,
really does.
I've never taken a class. I took her class. It was fun. So I can't wait to see what the next event she's going to be at. And I think it's good for people who bring her in as an MC. They could have her teach also, because people do now line dance and step.
Exactly.
Yep.
I love it.
Okay, so Miss.
I never really got into line dancing, but
Yeah.
some of the music, I'll be like, hey, I want to, hey.
Yes, it's a couple songs I like
I'm
to.
going to learn that one.
Yes.
I was like, I'm going to learn that one.
Yep, it's like a couple songs that I like. So hold on, Miss Dimples, for 1 second. We're going to have a little commercial. We have to pay some bills. So
pay them bills.
Okay, so hold on just a second.
Command Steppers Minnesota and Team USA Mortgage Brooklyn Park presents the 15th annual 15-year anniversary J-Most unique edition Minnesota Steppers and Line Dancers All-Star Bash.
Our special feature for the weekend is the Y'all Can't Beat Us Steppers and Line Dancers contest. We got a $10,000 prize pot, so y'all come get this money. Contact me, I'm Alvina at 651-276-7703.
All right. I don't know if you can see the commercial, Miss Wilhelmina, but you look at it later.
No, I can't.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know. On this end, I don't know what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like on the other end. So I don't know. And then when I'm in the house, it's probably different than, or if we're in the studio, wherever we at, I think I've never really been on that other end to see. It's kind of different. So, but don't forget to go back at the end of the show so you can answer questions. Mr. Shorty Smooth, he should have been on the show tonight because he's just going. Let me see. You will be at the Shades of Blue this weekend? He's saying somebody gonna.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, I don't know.
I would not.
I don't know who he's talking about. Okay, all righty.
Yeah. So that's pretty much how I got called and asked to join the CFP group, CFP Queens.
Okay. That is another group that you. Oh, I'm sorry, girl.
With the mall.
Oh, Maddie B will be there. Okay. I'm sorry, I was still reading it. Okay. So getting back to your group, CFP. I'm a little slow. I'm tired still from Chicago. We drove. Mr. Forbes did an 18-hour drive. We made it home in 15 and a half hours.
Wow.
There was no traffic. And we had a police escort.
Really?
We was flying. What do you say?
Oh,
flying
okay.
what?
We wasn't driving fast. We was flying low.
He was flying low. Okay, so for next year's event, the color's going to be pink. Will it be at the Grand Ballroom again?
Yes, it will be.
Okay. So I know some history to the Grand Ballroom because they have the little, it's a shell. My aunt did a jitterbug contest there back in the day. So that's
Good.
crazy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It was hot going. It was hot back then.
Oh,
That was the place to
I
be.
got family pictures of them all up in there. My mom used to go there. What did Mama say she went there for? Concerts or something. I think they used to have concerts there back in
Hmm.
the day. Cause she asked me, was it still in that little seashell thing and all them stairs? I'm like, yes. But she said they had an elevator man back in the
Hmm.
day in there too. I've still never
Yeah.
seen the elevator. I still have never seen the
Yeah, the
elevator.
elevator is still back there and it still works. Yeah.
Oh, girl, I
The
wouldn't.
elevator is still back there.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so for next year, you're gonna have it back at the Grand Ballroom. The color's gonna be pink. The price, are y'all doing advance tickets?
Yes, it'll be advance tickets, $10, 15 at the door. And also also we'll be out and we also have complimentary food. You don't pay for it. We give that. Comes with the price.
Okay,
And then you're gonna always have the DJ and it's always on the last Friday of March.
okay. So,
The last Friday of March.
so it's just right now. It's just a 1 day event.
Yes.
Okay. Do you see it
Just a
growing?
1 day event.
Maybe doing it more than 1 day, or
Uh, Foreseeing it now, no, because we just started. It's our third one.
okay,
But as we continue to grow, as we continue to get along and do our thing and just be sisters in it, I could see it growing.
okay, okay. And were the vendors all women? I can't remember. I remember seeing the one lady vendor. Somebody.
No, it was actually mixed.
Okay.
It was men and women.
Okay. I remember the
It was
cookie
majority
lady.
women, but it was men and women.
Okay. I remember leaving out. It was a cookie lady. I saw those cookies, and I ended up buying some doggone candy. I'm like, Lord, I hope none of my teeth fall out.
Yeah, Miss Shirley with the cookies, man. Oh, the butter cookies. Oh my goodness.
Girl, yes.
Takes me all the way back to grade
Yes. Some Chicago
school.
lunchroom
That's how we used to
cookies.
have them cookies back in grade school in Chicago. Yes.
Yes.
Chicago lunchroom cookies.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Did y'all have food? Because, we got there a little late.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yes, we had a complimentary buffet.
Okay.
Yes, we did.
Where was that at? Back by the bar?
Hmm. No, it was in the back by the DJ booth, but further on the left-hand side.
Okay. Okay. What food did you guys serve?
So we had barbecue meatballs, we had chicken, we had rice, we had green beans, we had macaroni and cheese. What else did we have? We had some of everything because I didn't get a chance to eat.
Mm.
So we had some of everything. And but other than that, that's all I remember off the top of my head.
Was it additional cost for the food?
No, it came with your ticket.
Okay. That's really good. So $10 and you get to eat. Put your cute little
And you get to eat.
spring outfit on. Get your clothes ready for next year, pink. Are you using the same DJs next year, or is it going to be different female DJs?
Same DJ.
Same DJs. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like I said, I enjoyed myself. I will be back. And I realized
Everything is working.
huh?
Everything is working.
Yes,
It ain't broke.
That's
so
right.
We ain't finna fix or rearrange nothing.
that's right. That's right. I had a good time, but I didn't know you guys had food over there. So $10 food. You can buy the tickets in advance. Who should they call for the tickets?
So they said, oh, all of us, all of our numbers is on there.
Okay.
It'd be on the flyer. They can call Michelle, Diane, Angela, and myself.
Okay. And you guys start promoting or start passing your flyers out, what, 6 months in advance or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It pretty much be that.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And
Yeah.
it was something else I wanted to ask. Let me put my peepers back on, girl, because I can't see.
About the females.
Huh?
About the females or the other thing.
So we got the vendors. We covered that. So Dimples' number, if anybody had any questions or they want to ask about next year. Are you looking for more vendors or? Because how many
So
vendors?
we always open to vendors. We used to try to keep it down to around maybe 6 or 7.
Okay, that's good because nothing worse when you go to an event and everybody's
Selling the same thing, selling the same merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Did you want to discuss who the vendor was for the food, or who was it? A caterer, or was it a caterer?
I
Is it?
uh yes,
Do you want to give
yes.
shout out for them?
I'm bad with names, and she's gonna kill me if she's on
Don't
here.
say it.
I'm bad with names. Her name is Lorraine. Lorraine.
Okay.
Loretta.
Okay. It says on here
Loretta.
Sterling.
Is it on there?
Demetri Kelly just said on here. Twinette Sterling provided the food.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what I said. I'm bad with names,
Okay.
so
That's
that was
okay.
like, my memory is shot. My short-term memory. If it ain't happened 2 hours ago, I don't remember.
It sounds like you're a friend over here. Thank you, Miss Angela, for being on here. We appreciate you guys, and thank you for giving us the information about the food. Wish I
See, that's my girls who backed me up.
Yes,
Got my back.
That's a good thing. Good thing. Alrighty. So, did you have any other information you want to put out in the public for everyone? I was gonna give you a phone number, but I don't know. I thought about it. I don't know if I want to do that. But it's on the flyer. But you guys can contact
It's on the
Dimples,
flyer.
Michelle, or Angela, or Diane Too Much on Facebook, and you can get information for next year. We know the color's gonna be pink. I'm guessing the price is gonna be the same for the tickets, but if it went up to $20 at the door and $15 in advance, it's still worth it. And I mean, everything
thank
keeps
you.
getting higher and higher, so I don't know where we're gonna be at.
Mhm.
And you know, it's flyers out from 15 and 20 years ago with these same prices, and people have the nerve to be complaining.
What?
Yes, it's flyers out here. I've seen
I
$20.
don't doubt it.
And in Atlanta, some of them parties is $40 and $60. They not stepper parties, but just regular parties.
Mhm.
But any
Yeah,
other?
I have.
Come on.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say anything else you wanted to tell the public.
Oh, just my next event that's coming up is Stepping at the Fox Valley Mall, June 15th, from 1 to 5 p.m. And on the box, it will be DJ Vail and special guest E.T. Taylor. It will be E.T. Taylor. And it costs nothing. It's free. It's for the community.
Okay, so now
And
you give that twice a year in the mall.
3 times a year.
3 times a
It's
year.
February.
Okay.
Yes, it's February for Black History Month, June for the summer, and December for the holiday.
Okay. And how do you select your DJs for that event? And do you switch the DJs up for the 3 different parties?
No, I don't switch it up.
Okay.
DJ is the main. DJ Vail is the main DJ.
Okay.
Sometimes I just, have guest DJs come in
Okay.
just to come if they ask or if Vail asks, say, is it okay if I bring such and such to DJ with me? And I'm like, it's fine.
Okay.
But DJ Vail is the main DJ.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So it's 3 times a year you guys can go. Now, this is not Chicago. This is a suburb. This is Aurora. So is it better to fly in through O'Hara?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's 3 times a year. And I hosted with Eric G. So when it comes to that, we started this 2016 was our first one, and it's 8 years strong now.
Okay.
And it all started with my youngest daughter and I with a walk on a Sunday afternoon through the mall, and we saw a dance company demonstrating their school, dancing down there, and I never seen anything like that. I never seen a performance at the mall. And I'm like, man, I didn't know they did this. So I'm just sitting there, took my phone out, started recording it. And as I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what? This would be a great idea to bring Chicago style stepping out here, but how can I sell it? I said, you know how I'm gonna sell it? I'm gonna make it a Black History Month event. That's how I'm gonna sell it. And I went to Eric. I actually invited Eric and asked him. I was like, hey, look, I got this and this is happening, and I think it would be a good idea to host Chicago style stepping here. What do you think? And he was like, yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. And he had a friend that worked at Bach Rock at the time. So I asked him, could he, talk to his friend to see who we can get in contact with management or anything of that nature. And I left it up to him after that because he had the connection to his friend at Bach Rock. And it sat for a while, like a couple of months or whatever. But at the time, February was rolling around, and I wanted to get it, started
Right.
in time for Black History Month. So once I reached out and he was, Eric's so busy, he do other things,
Right.
and he actually have a 9 to 5, so he really couldn't get to what I was getting at. And I was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. And after that, that's pretty much how it happened. And I just seen the vision. And once we got our foot in the door and had our first event, they invited us back. And that's how it started. Once they saw the elegance and the classiness, because there was no gym
Right.
shoes,
Right.
there was no jeans.
Right.
All of us dressed up, and we was all in black.
Okay.
We all was unified.
Okay.
And that's how I wanted it. That was my vision. So I had it unified and bring the elegance in the dance. And they saw how mature it was and how nice it was. They invited us back. They was like, when y'all coming back? I was like, we can't come back.
Again.
And then, but at that time, it was only once a year. And I think it was like that for 2 years. And then that's when it came to 2, twice a year. And then it ended up growing into 3 because they kept asking us back.
That's beautiful. Again, a good promoter. That's why they were calling you back. People need to call you, maybe get a few notes and lessons from you. And then,
Hey, I'm always open to sharing, this community and this dance. I love it. I love talking to the people. I love, communicating. I love the camaraderie. I love, just networking in a whole, because there are so many stories and testimonies to a person, and you can't really know a person until you talk to them.
that's right.
So,
That's true.
and they, a lot of people in the industry looked at me like, okay, well, she don't know what she's doing. She's somebody from the suburbs. She ain't from here. Until they found out I'm actually from Chicago, low end, Ickey's homes, projects.
Look, that's Chicago. You can't get no more Chicago than that. But it just amazes me. I had somebody like, oh, I didn't know you was from Chicago. I guess they thought we did a show and we was just from Texas. No, we're from Chicago, born and raised. Kids was born there. We decided to move away and we lived in 3 different states. I never wanted to be that person to be old and then go start living your life. I lived my life from the day I was born. And my mother taught me that, my grandmother taught me that, and I wanted to live in different states. So I happily met a man that had that same vision. So we was able to be blessed, not military. We were able, and we had our own business, so we were able to move to different states and experience different lifestyles, and it's good for my children. Because when you get 70 and decide, or 67 and decide to start living your life, it's a big difference between being 20 and 30 versus almost 70 and moving around. Half you probably can't even remember how to get back to the house when you get almost 70 trying to move. But,
yeah, absolutely. So,
but I want you,
that's wonderful.
with your flyers for your free event in the mall, you should probably, I don't know if your Cash App is on it, because you'd be surprised how many people probably would donate to you.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm sure
it's
people
free.
do.
So, we don't make flyers.
Oh, you
We
don't?
never
Okay.
made one flyer for it. No, it was always social media.
Okay.
Social media,
Okay.
word of mouth,
Okay.
and that was it. So we never really made flyers for it. We
Okay.
never had to.
Well, I saw it on social media, and it's funny. I was like, oh, that's a good idea, because now we live in San Antonio, Texas. So we were the first here in San Antonio, Texas, to have a party in the mall, and I did it for Martin Luther King weekend. Well, I saw it, you did it. I was like, So when Eric came down here, when Eric Gordon came down here one time, I was like, I had something in the mall. He was like, yeah, we do that. I was like, yes, I know. I saw it from social media. I thought it was a great idea. So we had one for Black History. Well, we had one for Martin Luther King. We were the first in the city to ever do it. We had stepping in line dancing.
Nice.
That was in January. And Martin Luther King is the Martin Luther King in San Antonio, for people that don't know, is the largest Martin Luther King parade in the United States. So that's why I wanted to do it during
Wow.
Martin Luther King weekend. People in the mall were coming out dancing with us, line dance, and then some, bopping around. And then we got, we were able to find new dancers because at that time we had an instructor down here. Then we did it again. The mall loved it, and they let us come back in February. So then we did one for Black History Month also. So we did it the third weekend in January, the third weekend in February. But I saw you guys do it first, and I thought it was a great idea. So I called and spoke to someone at the mall, and that's how it went from there. But I definitely saw you guys do it first. And I always, when I met you one time, at that time we weren't doing it, but when I met you, I don't even know if you remember. I don't know if I met you at Black and Bling. I remember meeting you somewhere.
It was Black and Bling the first time, yes.
Okay. So at that time we didn't do, we hadn't done it, but then we done it. Like I said, I saw it from you. So I want to say thank you. And social media, I don't know why
welcome.
a lot of people don't believe in social media, but you'd be surprised. A lot of business gets done from social media. So thank
It
you.
does.
You guys,
it really does. And word of mouth.
that's
You're
right.
welcome.
You guys did it, so we did it first here in San Antonio for that January and February. So Martin Luther King
So are you
weekend.
still doing it? Are you
No.
going to continue to do it?
No,
No?
no. Doing the stuff, gathering people up is a lot of work, but we did it that one year, and it was fun. So if someone else is
Okay.
interested in doing it, they can go for it. But I'm down with. I was the first for January and February. I'm good. I don't have to do it again. But it was fun. San Antonio.
You made your mark.
Yes.
So you made your mark.
Yes. San Antonio is only 5% African American here. So it's a hard market.
Okay.
And we have a lot of retired military here. And a lot of them just not really, they'll come sit and have a cocktail or something. They really not interested in dancing. I can't even
okay.
explain it. So for you, where you are, it's an easier market. I know I've seen somebody in Arkansas do it also. They had a 3-day weekend. And then
Yeah, architects. Pamela Smith.
yes, I've seen somebody I don't know, was it Pamela? It was another lady. It wasn't, I don't think it was Pamela.
Miss Dee Dee and Pamela Smith at the time.
Yeah, in the mall. And then Josiah Burke, Clark Vegas
Yes.
group, they had one this last New Year's in the mall. It was fun. And Brian DJ that event when we was in Clarksville, Tennessee. So that one was pretty good. But it's a large amount. It's a military town too, but they got a larger amount of African Americans there. So people
Okay.
it was larger, but it was nice. It was nice. So
Yeah. Well, we getting people from all over. We get people that actually flies in now, like from California.
yeah, I keep
from,
saying I'm coming, but
Arkansas, like you said. And
February, no. November, no. So I might have to hit that June. This winter in Chicago was great.
Yeah, hit the June one then.
Yeah, June.
Uh-huh.
June will be for me.
The June.
Angela,
I hear that a lot.
huh?
I said I hear that a lot because it's the weather.
Girl,
It's the
yes.
weather. They don't want to be out here. If you down somewhere sunny, no, we ain't coming up here for
Right.
Chicago in the winter.
Right, but
no.
now Chicago people move around. It could be snowing. The party's still gonna be packed. They coming out. It's normal for you guys.
Oh yeah, we putting our chains on, our boots on, our fur and our hats, and we gone.
Yep. Okay, so Angela just put up the date for the event for next year. It will be March 28th of 2025. And we know the color is going to be pink, so everyone save the date. We got pink,
Save the date.
right, pink, and March 28th. And you can add all these beautiful ladies to your social media, even the DJs, because out of all of them and Maddie B, everybody's going to know the date, and everybody can direct you to who you need to go to purchase a ticket in advance. So far, we saying it's $10 in advance, $15 at the door, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Right.
All righty.
Yeah.
All the senior citizens is mad at me.
So y'all got
Oh. Hey.
who you done ticked off? Who you ticked off? Poppie?
Because I said you get 70 and move, and you might not remember how to get back home. So all the seniors. Hey, I'm getting to that age too. It's not here, but it's coming. So Don't take it
Well,
personal.
I'm 53 and I just said if it ain't happened 2 hours ago, I don't remember. That I'm 53.
Right. So I don't know why they're getting offended, but somebody got to pick on you. Somebody got to always say something to pick on you. So
Yeah, somebody always got to make your day.
that's right. That's right. So I guess I don't have anything else to talk about. And did you have anything else you wanted to say before we close out, Miss Dimples?
Well, just thank you and Brian for having me on here in my this first interview that I've done. And
I feel so privileged. The first interview, yes.
yes, look, I hope I ain't messed up so I could be invited back. But other than that,
You
no, just the event.
No, I was gonna say you're welcome. You're welcome to come back whenever you want.
Thank you so much. And just me and the ladies just want to thank you both for coming out to support us and seeing what we do as a sisterhood and the family together. Just something that we need to do a little more empowerment of women and show that women can work together and get along
That's right.
and do things in this industry because a lot of men don't like us, in this industry. They want us out. So as us, showing maturity and elegance that we can do this and be together, we're going to keep on doing this. So
that's crazy. It is. I'm just saying it's 2025 because time we close our eyes and turn around, Christmas will be here and New Year's will be here so quick that men don't want women in the dance. I mean, in the stepping industry, that's just crazy. I know it's another topic, but
yes, it's another topic, but we don't let that bother us or we don't shun away. We take it in stride and we do what we need to do and we come together and get this thing done. And it's something that where we can just sit here and say, you know what, women can sit down and do something together
that's right.
and be as one. And there is no one diva. We're all queens
That's
in our
right.
own way.
That's right. Again, only queens can work together. Some of the peasants, the peasants can't work together, but queens can. But we're gonna come to Chicago. Maybe we might come for in June. And look, I said June. It's still cold there, but
No, it's
it
not.
was nice. It was nice.
Our weather break a little bit in May.
It was nice. It really was
A
nice.
little bit in May.
It was nice.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll come back in the summer
Yeah.
and
So
then
I hope you guys can make it for June 15th to experience the mall event because it has an entity on its own at the mall.
oh yeah, it looks
So
so
it's like
fun.
all
It looks really nice and fun. Dang, I don't know. Do they give us discounts if we come in the mall and dance? Can I get a discount going shopping? Does that exist?
Ask. Just let them know that you're from stepping at the mall and you might just because there's a sponsor, it's a jewelry store that sponsor us called Nolly Jewelers. And they actually give you discounts on their jewelry if you let them know that you're a part of a
Good.
stepping at the mall.
That's good. That's awesome. See, gotta ask. I'm sure a lot of people just learned that today. What does it say? In the cattiness men can do without. Yeah, I agree. Sandra Davis said, Queens, you both look beautiful. Thank you, Sandra. And the earrings.
Thank you, Sandra.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for the complimentary earrings, Jan in Dallas, Texas, which I don't know if Jan is from Chicago or one of the surrounding suburbs from Illinois, but she lives in Dallas now. She makes the earrings. I have a pink pair, a red pair. She's making me a purple pair now. You can pick your own colors. She sells them at Black and Bling. She'll always have them up there at the front. She's a vendor for Black and Bling. So contact Jen. You know what I do love about the dance community? One time we were at an event. Somebody bought some of our T-shirts, which has a crown on it. So we walk around. You have an inside stepping shirt. You have a crown.
Okay.
But somebody bought some shirts from us, and then I bought something else from another vendor. I thought that was cool. I was like, look at the money circulating in the Black community in one room within less than 10 minutes. I thought that was pretty cool.
Absolutely. I got to purchase my shirt because I like the black I like the black t-shirt with the red crown. Red is my favorite color. So,
Oh,
I got to have a red.
okay. Okay. Well, we have some dresses coming out. Some tank top dresses coming out. Everybody keeps asking about them. And I do have some lounge wear. So that will be coming back out. I made
That's my thing. I would love to model that.
yes,
The dress.
yes. I love when the ladies
Right.
and the gentlemen rock they wear, and I put the little videos up. And when we was at the party on Thursday, it was two people. Kurt White had one of his shirts on, and it was another gentleman. I didn't even know who he was. He had an Inside Stepping shirt on, so I had got a good video of him dancing. But I think it's pretty cool. And everybody's walking around with their crown because I believe everybody is a king and a queen, So,
Absolutely. Beautiful.
did you want to say anything, Mr. Forbes?
Well, I'm gonna wrap up the show. I'm gonna
Okay.
let y'all finish up, and then I'm gonna close it out.
He's gonna give me a report card, you guys. How did I do, you guys, doing the show tonight? Because we don't want to hear what Mr. Forbes is gonna say.
Look, you did excellent because this is about both our first time, and you did excellent. So you didn't cry, I didn't cry. So it was a good night.
Hey, we might have to get you ladies back for Mother's Day weekend or in the month of May, and then maybe we can have more of you guys on one of the DJs or something. But I'll be back in Chicago.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I'll be back in Chicago.
That was-
So maybe we could do something in the studio in Chicago. Brian was like he would like to do a panel with you guys.
What I would like to do is, since you guys brought it up tonight, it makes for excellent subject matter. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a panel at the embassy. For those of you who don't know what the embassy is, that is where Mr. Kevin Neville's studio is. And we'll do a panel discussion with all ladies to discuss women in stepping and you all's positions on particular topics. So get ready for that. We're gonna make that happen.
I think I noticed one.
Okay.
I noticed one thing. I don't know. Do you travel a lot when you with stepping?
No, I don't. But what I'm trying to do is start traveling.
Okay. Well,
Because there's a lot of states that I would like to visit because I never have been to those states. So the states that's having stepper events, I would like to go.
Okay.
So that's the goal of mine to start traveling more.
okay. I wish, me personally, going home and going to different events that a lot of people maybe don't know about. Like sometimes I go home, I go to the little hole in the walls in the neighborhood because you can still step. I would personally like the larger promoters that we see in Chicago would maybe come out a little more to some of the events, even though we know you're in Chicago and you're spoiled and you don't really have to promote outside of Chicago because the party's gonna have a nice crowd and it's definitely a different vibe when you go out of Chicago versus being in the Mecca. But just me personally, being from Chicago and living outside of Chicago, I would like to see more of the Chicago promoters come outside because that would bring more people to you. Just my little 2 cents.
Absolutely.
And
Oh, I like that.
yeah, somebody
Yeah,
put on there, come
so
to
that's my goal.
Louisiana. Patrice Robbins. Okay, so let me tell you this, because I know we getting ready to go. Another female promoter. So she's been inviting us a couple years, but her date was always kind of off that we couldn't go. This year,
That's the Rose Gold, right?
yes. So
That's
this
the Rose
year,
Gold event. Okay.
we were able to go, which I love Louisiana anyway. It's just an amazing place, and the food, the food is like Chicago. Everywhere you're going to eat, it's going to be good 9 times out of 10. But she
And
said,
Patrice,
come.
that's the goal because I've never been.
Yes. So you need to go.
I've never been to New Orleans.
Go. Oh my God. And the history there, if you like history, we history people. So the history is amazing. But she had food, female promoter. She had food. She had a workshop. It was nice. It was a nice event. So she just said, come to Louisiana.
Okay.
We had a really good time. We're coming back for next year. Look, I came back home and told all the ladies and the gentlemen in San Antonio, and I don't know, Patrice, is it 10 of us coming back or 12? I can't remember. Lorenzo's
y'all
on
going
here.
deep.
Just from San Antonio. Just from San Antonio. But there's other people from other places, of course, coming. But Lorenzo, which is on here, I think he's been 2 years or 3 years in a row. So I think her event is only like, she said it's 12 people from San Antonio coming. Because I came back, I'm like, oh my God,
okay.
y'all got to come. And time I got through calling, they was like, when is the fire sale? I said, get the tickets now. So everybody got their tickets. So I asked Patrice what day did the fire sale end. She was like, I'm sold out on the fire sale tickets because everybody know I'm a promoter too. I don't do parties that much because we're in a place where, we have done a few parties here, but I used to get parties in Chicago back when I was a little girl, and my mother and them had to, my backyard, the side of the yard, the alley was packed to capacity. My parents had to go get they had to go get the YMCA on 83rd because that's how packed the parties were. I didn't work jobs, I just did parties. That's how I survived during high school. I get to go buy my Jaboa jeans and Ralph Lauren boots because my mother's
Okay,
like,
so how much did you used to charge for your party?
oh, back then I think it was $1. I think it was $1 with the plugger and $2 without the plugger. Look, when
Okay, that sounds about right.
right.
Yeah.
And when I had the one in the Y, I made about $2,000 at the YMC. Girl, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'm like, I'm never going to get no job as no cashier nowhere.
Oh, it was packed.
Look,
it was packed.
Look, my mother told me I'm not buying I wanted some Ralph Lauren boots. They was like $200 back then. She's like, I'm not wasting no money on them boots. I'm like, oh, I'm having a party. Sunday, I went and got them
money,
boots.
hustle.
Huh?
It was hustling you. That's all
Yes.
it
Yes.
is. Yes.
She told me I couldn't get them. I'm like, oh, I'm getting them boots. So they everybody still laughs about this today. So I brought someone from San Antonio to Chicago and was somebody I went to high school with there. He was like, you ever been to Poppie's parties? I never told anybody about this. She was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So he was like, oh, her parties was off the chain back in the day. So Ferris, I know you know who Ferris is. He's a famous DJ in Chicago. I can't remember Ferris. Ferris Thomas. Yeah, so Ferris Thomas, girl, we used to be dragging them crates out of the trunks of them cars and begging for car rides to carry all this stereo equipment. So this was before he was a famous DJ. So it was fun. Good laugh. But yeah, so I got a little hustle in me. Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, the
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
The DJs have it easy now, just a laptop. Cause back then carrying them heavy old crates, girl, that stuff was heavy and going up and down the doggone stairs.
Yeah, scratching on them LPs, putting that needle on the exact same moment where the song hit and the break hit on the needle.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. And then trying to scratch mix. I used to think I was a DJ back in the day, girl.
Yep.
That's
and my brother
funny.
was scratching up my mama LPs. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember it well.
That's right. All right, Miss Dimples, Miss Wilhelmina Hodges. It was fun, and thank you, and thank you.
It was fun.
Thank you, Angela.
You're welcome.
We will do this
Thank
again.
you. Thank you.
All right.
And you did an excellent job.
Thank
Poppie.
you. Thank
You
you.
keep doing it, girl.
Thank you,
Look,
thank
the camera
you.
loves you.
Huh?
The camera loves you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Wilhelmina. You have a good night, love.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night, Brian. Good night.
All righty, you oh, it's 8:13. I be over here cut. I talk 13 minutes past the time.
You be talking about me. See how you are?
I know. That's what happens. I wasn't following instructions. Are you gonna do this part of?
I'm just gonna close
Okay.
it out.
Were you gonna do this?
Ladies and gentlemen, what? Do what?
This we didn't talk about.
No, I'm gonna let you know. You do it. You do that.
Oh.
You do that.
All righty.
You didn't tell me you still had stuff to do.
I still had stuff to do. Okay, I just wanted to say, I hate I didn't get to see all of the event. What is it? The Champions of the Dance Floor that was in Detroit this weekend. We were trying to work something out, so we were supposed to be there, but maybe next year. But the little bits and pieces I did see, Shorty Smooth, thank you. I shared some of your videos. I wanted to see all the beginners. I saw some of the beginners category, but we're going to start off with the beginners. First place, I really enjoyed the beginners, the ones that I saw. I mean, they had footwork. They was putting it in. So husband, I'm assuming this is a husband and wife, Andrea Bell and Dre Bell won first place for beginners. Like I said, I enjoyed watching the beginners. It's an all dance event, but I'm just going to discuss new school, walking, and stepping. But it is the Champions of the Dance Floor in Detroit, and it is other dances. I think they had salsa, they had Greystone, they had ballroom, and they had swing out. But this is inside stepping, so we're going to talk about the stepping part. So again, the beginners contest, Andrea Bell and Dre Bell. Now, I'm not sure. I inboxed her. She told me she'd been stepping since April of 2022. So that's 2 years. I said, are you getting in the World Largest? I hope they get in the World Largest. And I shared the flyer for Minnesota for J Most contest also. They were quite entertaining. All the people I saw on the floor, they were quite entertaining. I thought that was nice.
That would be good. It would be really good if a lot of those beginners actually did
Yeah.
Hodges this year. It really
Yeah,
gave us a lot
they
to
need.
look at.
Yeah, they need to go on and get in. They were good. I heard Edward Donaldson was one of her instructors, and Jamal, and she put somebody else in there. I can't remember. Jamal is from Chicago. Edward Donaldson's from Detroit, and again, that couple was from Detroit. So everybody's talking about there's only Chicago people to win stepping. Not true. New School. Mr. Doc, Kevin Dockery won first place for New School with Ann Hunter. Yeah, it was a good crowd. It was fun. They had on red. Theo and Shawnee Johnson won second place for New School. And Mr. Tory Jones, and I think the lady's name was Tanisha Gaddis. They won third place for New School. Now walking. Tory and... I'm sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. Tisha won for walking first place. Second place was Mike B. and Shelly Holder, which are from Atlanta. And I think Tori and the lady that he was dancing with, they're both from Detroit. Tori now resides in Chicago. Mike B. and Shelly were from Atlanta. They won second place for walking. And third place, Bobby Green and Ann Hunter for walking. I didn't get to see... Bobby Green and Ann Hunter for walking. But it was really entertaining and it was fun. And again, I really enjoyed those beginners. So hopefully we see the beginners in the World Largest, and hopefully we see the beginners in Minnesota. It was really fun. So now I'm going to pass this back on to Mr. Forbes. And if anybody has any positive feedback that you want to give me, inbox me, please.
She said positive only.
Yeah, positive. I don't want to hear nothing negative. We have enough of that in the world. So we're going to give the stage back to Brian Forbes. And thank you so much. And thanks you guys for your patience. And thank you, the queens, Angela and Wilhelmina, and the rest of the beautiful ladies that had your event on. Thank you.
Okay.
But we passed 8 o'clock.
Hey, it's our show. We can take our time. We ain't in no rush. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Just for the record, that was... Wait a minute, I got to adjust my camera here because I had a short person in my seat. And she got a pillow in my chair to top that off. Okay.
Yeah, I was a little short.
Wait a minute. Let me make an adjustment here. There we go. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me first thank my producer lady. Look, I appreciate you. You did a fantastic job for her first go-round out here at hosting the show. And let me thank Wilhelmina Hodges, Dimples. Her hospitality was phenomenal this weekend. We came in on Friday, and she just treated us like royalty, and I do appreciate that. Angela walking in favor and all your other co-conspirators in this event, you all were fabulous. All of the lady DJs, it was just amazing to watch everybody do their thing. I know this kind of turned into a recap of their event, but that's okay. We did a lot this weekend while we were in Chicago. We hung out in some of our usual spots, and we had a fantastic time, as always, because when we're at home, that's what we do. We have fun. We hang out with our people.
We didn't even talk about last week's show at the ambassador at the
last Tuesday show. Yeah, we did it from the embassy. My man, Ambassador Kevin Nevels, welcomed us into his studio and his home. We were able to go there and do our show and hang out and kick it a little bit and have a really insightful show. So if you haven't checked that out, please do.
Somebody asked about the show. Tell them how to share it.
Somebody did. Yeah, the show is shareable. Everything is public on Facebook. And, of course, you can always watch where the majority of our customers, the majority of our listeners and watchers pay attention to this show is on YouTube. That's where the majority of our people are on a weekly basis. And it's always that way because you can always turn this on your big screen television and you don't have to worry about holding your phone or your tablet. You can watch it on TV. And that's why YouTube is the better venue. So, don't forget that when you hang out with us. I don't believe I have anything else. Let me. Where are my notes that I made for you? You guys prompted me. I think this is gonna be a great idea. I think we should. We're gonna do a show. I'm gonna start doing more panel shows where we have groups of people with particular interest in around the industry, so we can get some insight from the people around the community that are doing things making things happen where we can all learn from, including myself, of course, because I'm always going to be a student of stepping. I'm going to be a student of this culture and of this history as long as I am here, and I'm going to do my best to convey that information to you all so that we are able to continuously grow as a community and as individuals within the community, because when we work on ourselves, it makes it better for everybody else. Hey, Sandra Davis, how you doing? It makes it better for everyone else. I see you, Tree, Linda Lacey in the building, Donald Reese, Takara Wilson, thank you. Yeah, well, no. You know, when we work on ourselves individually, it makes us better for everybody else, and we all get along a lot better. So that's always a wonderful thing. With that said, I believe we're going to close it out. That's it, right? We don't have anything else? Okay.
No, we talked about the contest, what we saw, little we saw, and talked about Chicago.
Okay.
Need special prayers for my baby out of the country, please, you guys.
Yes, our son moved to India, of all places. Chennai, India, to be exact. Interesting.
Yeah.
We got a lot happening in our family here lately, so, you know, these are the things that keep us going as parents. Y'all know what it is. And with all of that said, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming in and hanging out with us and letting the producer lady do her thing, because she did her thing tonight. We're going to work on her presentation just a little bit, but she did a fantastic job.
I'm better than keeping up with the schedule in the back.
Yeah, no, we look, you got too many people on here that's like, do it again. They want you back. They want you back. Y'all, I tried to give her own show a couple of years ago. She dragged her feet and she played crazy, but we're going to get Poppie her own show, y'all. Get ready. It's going to be the Poppie show.
We're going to talk about bras and makeup, ladies. That's what we're going to talk about.
You're going to have more men tuned in than women. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for tuning in. But before I go, I have to give you my mantra, and that is, never measure an event by the quantity of the people in attendance, but by the quality of memories you create with the people who are present. Because y'all know it's very important that we treat one another the way we all need to be treated. And it just makes it better for everybody. So it's time for us to go. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And we are going to be gone. Have a good weekend. Oh, you know what I forgot? So this weekend, you guys, we have a lovely lady within our community, Miss Kim Smith, who will be having her birthday celebration on Friday.
Yeah, big 60.
Big 60 here at Noble Lounge.
Aries.
Aries people are crazy. I made one.
Yeah, our baby's an Easter baby.
No, Lord. So shout out to Kim for her birthday coming up. We've got quite a few people that'll be coming into town to hang out with us. So if you're in the region, come through Noble Lounge Friday night. We'll be getting it in at the Noble Lounge, y'all. With that said, everybody have yourselves a great night, and we are gone because it's time for me to eat my dinner. Peace out.
No, I was on the show. I didn't cook anything.
Nah, I don't want to hear that.
No dinner.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its hosts, Urban Arts Enterprises, its advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Somebody put in here. About time you. I thought it was on.